Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm talking about a couple of oils I picked up from Maxx and comparing them to Young Living essential oils. I just recently did a comparison video of Plant Therapy versus Young Living, and I feel like that was a better video because Plant Therapy is a pretty good brand, a pretty good essential oil brand. These I feel like are not as good as Plant Therapy, so this isn't going to be as close of a comparison, if you will. But I am going to go over like the quality of Young Living and why I love it and why our family uses it and trusts them. But I'm also going to share like a few questions that you could have to ask an essential oil company if you're getting ready to start using their oils. Let's jump into it. I went to Maxx. They of course have so many diffusers and essential oil kits out right now because all of the holiday gift sets are out. So I got two different ones. This one is Woolies Soft by Nature starter set. It's lemon, lavender, and peppermint. The trio I love to use for allergies. So I thought this was a good set of oils because I use these all the time, and I will be able to tell the difference right away if they're not the same as Young Living. And then this one, see the brand, is Beauty Frizz. Let me get the lid off so I can hold it up and show you. Okay, so this is Beauty Frizz. There's a set of a bunch of different oils. This one was $10 for how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 oils. And then this Woolies one, I didn't show you up close. This one was $7.99. The sticker's off. It was $7.99 for 3 oils. Okay, so the first thing I did was checked out their websites because one of the things that's important to me is if the essential oil company or if the brand is an essential oil company, like that is their product, their main thing that they focus on, or if it's just a company that has a bunch of different products, maybe bath and body products, and then they also happen to have essential oils. So the case for the Woolies is they have a bunch of essential oils, and they also sell dryer balls, which I might start getting from them. They have a really good website, and I was impressed with it, really. They have a bunch of questions and frequently asked questions and just things, information, and they are about like educating their customers. This Beauty Frizz did not have as good as a website, and they also have a bunch of different products. They're not just an essential oil company, so it was just a little bit different. I wasn't as impressed with this one. So this collection of oils is also infused with hemp oil. So I thought that was cool. I've never seen that before. My question though is that safe for the diffuser? So the first thing I did was look up their website, and then I'm just gonna open them and start smelling them. I haven't smelled every single one. I think I have smelled all of these, but as far as this one goes, I haven't. So I'm gonna drop them all over. Here we go. So this one is the peppermint, and right off the bat, it smells kind of like medically, kind of like a hospital. And I don't know, that might be the hemp oil that they're using. I don't think any hemp oil that I've used smells like that, but it definitely has a weird like chemical scent to it. And the peppermint is not the first like note that I get either. It's not just like straight peppermint. It's a weird like underlying smell. Sweet orange is the next one. Good old smell test. This one smells pretty good and fresh. It smells very sweet though, so not the same orange as Young Living's. Ylang Ylang is next. This smells very fragranced. I do have my Young Living Ylang Ylang here just so I can compare. This one smells very warm and very earthy. This one smells like perfume. It smells very sweet. So definitely not the same. What else do I have? Lemongrass. I don't have my Young Living lemongrass. I just ran out. Oh, this is really, really, really strong, which lemongrass is anyway, but I feel like this is a little more sweeter than the lemongrass I have. Lavender See if it's the same lavender. It doesn't say. It's a little off. Again, that might be because it's mixed with a hemp oil. And then lastly is eucalyptus. This one is, they're not like super strong, like straight up, like I expect them from using Young Living just to be super potent. And again, that's because they're probably mixed with the hemp oil. Okay, the next thing, oh, I guess I'll smell these and kind of just compare them. So this peppermint, the Woolies now is where I'm going. So this peppermint is the same Mentha Piperita, the same peppermint as Young Living. And it smells pretty good. But again, this one is just so much more potent. This one like hits me before I even get it up to my nose. This one is way, way stronger, way more pepperminty. So fresh and invigorating. Okay, so not as strong peppermint. The lavender from the Woolies. And then lemon I have next. There we go. Okay, lavender. Weird thing about the lavender is it says lavender augustifolia, which is spelled differently. I don't have my Young Living lavender, but it's augustifolia versus angustifolia. I think that it's like spelled weird, so I don't know. I guess I should look more into that, but it just, the spelling was off, and I don't think it's a different plant just with that one letter being off. So this smells like a fabric softener I remember using years ago. It smells very much like chemically, and it smells like laundry, like super fragrant. So it's definitely not the same lavender as Young Living's. And then lemon is the last one by Woolsey's, and this is Citrus Limon. 100% pure lemon oil. So again, something is just off. It's not the same as Young Living's lemon. This is like the freshest oil on the planet. Lemon is good for natural glugon too. So super bright, super fresh. This one, it's not as strong and it's more sweet. So not the same. Let me see what this one says. Citrus Limon. Citrus Limon. It has the same plant, I guess, but it doesn't smell the same. Okay, so smell test, kind of a brand check. Like, is it a legit brand? Are they about essential oil education? Do they have blog posts about that on their website? That's important to me. But just right off the bat, like, these smell, some of them smell chemically and some of them smell really sweet. So it's just something is off. They're not 100% unadulterated, whatever, pure therapeutic grade essential oils. I don't believe that. And that's just by my smell test. The other thing that was concerning with these oils, and I have seen oils at Ulta, at Hobby Lobby, I think, at Home Goods, at Home, we have a store called At Home, and they are just like not the same, and their price point is just so crazy. So if you look at price points, Young Living and doTERRA, I believe, are very comparable. Plant Therapy, very comparable to Revive, I think, is a lot cheaper, if I'm not mistaken. And then there is another one, oh, Eden's Garden, very comparable to Young Living. So that's good. They should all be in the general ballpark of the prices from each other, because it takes so much to distill and get an essential oil. Like, it's a science, it's an art, and it's not something that should just be sold in a $7 box of a set of 3. Like, it's crazy. That should be a big red flag for you. Now I'm just gonna share a few questions that you should have, like, in the back of your mind, or questions that you should have so that you can ask the company and find out for yourself. Do research on the company that you're going to be using. How long has the company been around? When were they founded? So Young Living was started in '93, so a long time ago. I was 3 years old, so that's a long time, and it matters. This is an art, it's a practice, and there's a science behind it, and it has to be nailed down like to the T. Otherwise, you're missing out on benefits by a lot. So the Woolsies, they started in 2011 doing something else, and then 2 years later they started essential oils, so 2013. So it's not a brand new company. But for the Beauty Frizz, this other bigger kit, I wasn't able to find out when that company started. Again, I'm really not impressed with much about them. But next question to ask and find out is if the essential oils that this brand carries, do they have expiration dates? Because oils should not. Air and sunlight will affect oils if you leave them out. That's why they're usually always in an amber shade or a dark shade glass bottle, because it kind of protects it from the sun a little bit more. But sun, if they're left out in direct sun exposure, will affect them. They won't be as potent. And also air, so make sure you're putting your lids on tight after you're using them. If a company has an expiration date, it means something else is in the oil, and they're not 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oils. The next question is, does the company you're going to be buying from own their own farms? If they don't own their own farms, do they visit their farms to make sure everything is done organically and done properly and all of that? Two major questions. Does the company have their own fully equipped testing labs on site to do rigorous testing on every batch? And then also, do they third-party test? Super important. Do they know if their crops are being harvested at their peak times? And if not, that's really important too. Again, it's a whole process and art, so everything has to be done exact. Otherwise, you're missing out on the therapeutic benefits. Another good question is if the distiller makes a mistake, or if something happens with the batch and it ends up not being 110% highest quality, do they still sell that or do they toss it? So those are just some things to have in mind, questions ready to ask a brand, just to make sure that they're doing things properly. And then a couple of things about Young Living. They have their Seed to Seal promise, which you've probably heard about before. You can go to, I think it's just seedtoseal.com or .org, and you can read all about that. But it's basically from the seed, they pick the very best seed. And then just from every process from seed to seal, putting the label on the bottle, everything is done to the highest standard. Young Living's farms are on land that have not been used with pesticides or herbicides or chemicals for at least 50 years. So that's really impressive. Young Living does third-party testing along with their own testing. They also are they're welcoming to everyone to come visit their farm and check out the whole process. It's really cool. It is a goal of ours to go visit a farm someday. There aren't any super close to us, so we'll have to make the drive, but I'm really excited to do that. Like, how cool is that? And then finally, like I've kind of mentioned before, so Young Living distills every plant at a specific temperature, a specific amount of pressure, and a specific amount of time, and it has to be exact. Otherwise, obviously, like I've said more than once, it affects the oil. Like, that is not done properly, it will not have all of its constituents, which are the things that make the oil work the way they should work. So the bottom line is that we trust Young Living and their promises and their seed to seal process, and we just have done our research, and this is the brand that we use and trust. And really, for potency, like being the very best quality oils, but also being consistent. You don't have to worry about having a bottle of lavender and then the next one you get kind of smelling weird or not working as well for you. Like, they are consistent and they are the best quality. I encourage you to do your own research and look up your own brands and compare and contrast, but I hope this helped. It's kind of fun to do this. I have a few more planned. This one, I wasn't super impressed with these oils, so I feel like I didn't have much to say about them, but I just wanted to show you, like, the oils that you just see randomly at a grocery store are not going to be up to the standards that you should hold for them. I have a few other brands planned after this one. I think Revive is one of them, Eden's Garden, doTERRA I might do, and then there was another one. Oh, I think Dr. Josh Axe's essential oils. But anyways, I hope you liked this and I hope it was helpful. Let me know what brand you want me to compare to next and I will add it to the list. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Have a good day. Bye.